Okay, we're gonna wait for some people to come in. Yeah, this is what we got going on, Jack. Yeah, this is what we're gonna be talking about today. Dillian Whyte. Hope y'all can see this chart real quick that I created. Send laws. Send my boy Laws a link. Send my boy Laws a link. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, you could come on with me, man. I just sent you a link, Laws. Just sent you a link. So I can wait for you to come on before I start it up. You know, but the just let y'all know out there, the main reason why I did this ranking system is so, I mean, well, this spreadsheet. The reason why I made this spreadsheet is to put awareness not just to Dillian Whyte, but to what these sanctioning bodies are really doing. And how they're able to get away with this, and why that fighters out there, what they should do is start minding their own fucking business and start worrying about themselves. You can't be worried about why this guy got the mandatory got put into a fighter eliminator when you're ranked number 1. You shouldn't be worried about all this other stuff. Well, he did this, he done that, and I've done this and I've done that. But the main thing that these fighters have to do is start doing this, is taking their career into their own hands. What's up, Johnny? Into their own hands, and stop letting these promoters and these sanctioning bodies finagle them out of things that they deserve. See, Dillian Whyte, yeah, maybe the WBC should have put him in the fighter eliminator with Brazil, but they didn't. You see what I'm saying? They offered him the secondary one so they could make it a little tournament and eventually give it to him, but he didn't want to take it. And now it's looking like Dillian Whyte doesn't want to take it from, doesn't want to fight Dominic Brazil, because Dominic Brazil wants to fight in the U.S. But you can't go around here blaming these sanctioned bodies and stuff like that because you don't want to fight nobody in the U.S. because ain't enough money involved in there for you. Because you think you're the bigger draw and then you can get more money out of the UK. What's up, Law?
Brother.
Yeah, just covering Dillian Whyte.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you understand what this guy has done to his career by following Eddie Hearn, following him, willing to stay in the shadows of Anthony Joshua and Matchroom Boxing, making somebody else money, making them rich, while you're getting trinkets. You think you're getting ahead. Dillian Whyte think he's getting ahead by fighting these guys on the spreadsheet. He think he was getting ahead by fighting Burrison, Allen, Lewis, and Chisora, Tan, Hellenius, Brown, Parker, Chisora. He thinking he's getting ahead. But the thing about it is that you fought all these guys when you could have been fought Lewis King. Or you could have been fought Lewis King Kong Ortiz. What's up, New Day? You could have been fought Lewis King Kong Ortiz, or around this Lucas Brown fight. You could have fought or tried to make the fight with Dominic Brazil, but you didn't. And so now let's check this out, though. See,
sorry, bro. Just quickly, New Day, the troll's back in the house.
Oh, let him live. Let him live.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
So if you look at this, thing I made right here, Ivanka Burrison wasn't even in the top 40. David was going on organics, herbal supplements. David Allen wasn't in the top 40. Ian Lewison wasn't in the top 40. Derek Chisora was ranked number 14th the month before the fight. Because most of the time the WBC puts their rankings out the beginning of the month. That's why February's are already out. You see what I'm saying? So the month before that's how I did it. The previous rank, that's the month before the fight. So the month before the fight, Dillian Chisora was ranked number 14th. The month of the fight, he was ranked number 11th. Malcolm Tan. Now check Malcolm Tan. Not even in the top 40. Right? Robert Helenius was ranked number 20th in August. I couldn't find the September rankings because I don't think they put anything out for that. I don't think they put anything out that for that September. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all the stats. And then not only that, Robert Helenius didn't, that was a camp. That was a whole camp and everything. So he didn't fight nobody that was worthwhile in August or September to be ranked in the top 15. You see what I'm saying? And now this Lucas Brown character, let's get into that. Let's get into this Lucas Brown dude. Lucas Brown, the month before the fight, was ranked number 25th. The month of the fight, he was ranked number 13th. How is that? How is that? This is not. This is me not just dogging Dillian Whyte. This is me dogging these sanctioning bodies as well. Yeah, I'm not just. I'm Dillian Whyte, the baddest man on the planet. Okay, brother, man. I'm not just. I'm dogging both of these cats. Now, if you read what I said in here, Lucas Brown fought Greer, who was not ranked in the WBC. He was not ranked. You see what I'm saying? He was not ranked in the WBC. And before that fight, Lucas Brown failed a drug test. You see what I'm saying? So in order for you to be ranked in the top 15, you have to beat somebody in the top 15. You see what I'm saying? So how did Lucas Brown end up in the top 15? After a failed drug test, and which suspended him for a year and some change. How did he get ranked back in the top 15? Now let's go into Joseph Parker. The time that because people out there getting it fucked up. What's up, Will Magic Man? People out there getting it fucked up, and they saying that Dillian Whyte has fought ranked top five top five ranked fighters in the WBC. He has not. Joseph Parker was ranked number 6 the month before the fight and was ranked number 6 the month of the fight. Dillian Chisora ranked number 7th the month before the fight and ranked number 7th the month of the fight. So all this talk about it, and then just look at his resume. Look at his resume. He fought 2 guys in the top 10. 2 guys in the top 10. And everybody want to say he got the best resume out of all than Deontay Wilder. He got the best resume than Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? And then you want to say he got a better resume than Louis King Kong Ortiz. But you only got 2 fighters in the top in the top 10. And then not only that is Lucas, you can't bring up Lucas Brown in that argument. You can't bring up Robert Helenius in that argument. You can't bring up Malcolm Tan in that argument. You can't bring up Dillian Chisora in that argument. You can't bring up Ian Lewison, David Allen, Ivanka Brasirin. You cannot bring them up in any argument because their records is shitty.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, bro, like Blood pointed out, didn't he, earlier on? The whole of this fucking, like Blood pointed out earlier on, the whole of this fucking ranking system. It's all bullshit, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But that's the thing. That's the reason why I was saying that these fighters, they want to live in this whole paradigm of, since these other fighters got hooked up, I should be getting hooked up too. Or because I did a little bit more than them, allegedly, I should be looking better. I should be looked at better than them. No, look who you fought.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's plenty of guys at the time that there's a plenty of guys around around June 25th, 2016, that you could have been fighting to work your way back into a mandatory position for Deontay Wilder, but you didn't do it.
Yeah. I do believe, though, Mike, I do believe Dillian Whyte. I know he's not fought, like what you're saying, these top 10 tier fighters, but I do believe Dillian Whyte does deserve a title shot. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Eddie Hearns fucked him over. Said, I've watched Dillian Whyte, 3-4 fights before he fought Joshua. Okay, he lost to Joshua. But Eddie Hearns always spun in this fucking bullshit. Oh, you need to fight him. You need to fight him. I guarantee you Deontay Wilder fight. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you the mandatory position. Dillian Whyte has actually done everything what's been asked of him. Okay, he ducked Luis Ortiz. That's a fact. He did duck Luis Ortiz. Now, if he goes on to fight not Deontay Wilder, if he goes on to fight Big Ed Brazil to finally claim that mandatory spot, which is fucked up because he's ranked number 1 and has the silver title, but Dominic Brazil is actually the mandatory number 1. But even though he's ranked at number 3, I do believe Dillian Whyte does deserve, in my eyes, I think he does. He's had 9 straight wins on the row.
He got 9 straight runs in a row against who? People that Eddie Hearn, he deserves a shot with Anthony Joshua because of what Eddie Hearn has been doing. You see what I'm saying? But my whole thing is that you did what was asked of you from a Matchroom Boxing employee coming from the way of Edward Hearn. But what I'm saying is that if Dillian Whyte is out here saying that I'm the can man, I fight anybody. But at the same time is you don't even want to fight Dominic Brazil in the United States to get his title off of him. You don't even want to do it. And the only reason why you don't want to do it is because of money.
I think that's where he's going. I think that's where it's going to go next.
Yeah, but you know but come on, man.
He's got to, brother.
But that's not what I'm saying. We all know that's what he got to do. I mean, that's not what he got to do. What he should do.
I think he's going to do it.
It depends. It depends if they pay him enough. Because for some odd reason, when you look at the schedule right here that I just showed you, when you look at Dillian Whyte's itinerary right here, when you look at his itinerary, what does this tell you?
Yeah.
Of the level
I agree with you, Mike.
No, hold on. So what I'm basically saying is that this doesn't show me that this guy has wanted to fight in the States. It seems like he's been fighting. He fought these 9. Well, was not 9. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 9. He fought these 9 guys because Eddie Hearn wanted him to. Because Eddie Hearn promised him not only a shot at AJ, but enough money.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, he would have went over there and fought Pulev as well. Instead of ducking that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, this is a touchy subject this because I ain't sticking up for Dillian.
No, I think he'd do it. But what I'm saying is that it's just that you got all these things that's around here, all this information that's around here that says, well, he should take it because that would give him a no shot at Deontay Wilder, and this guy is out here saying that he's going to stop Deontay Wilder from ducking him. But at the same time is that now when you look at it, from me looking at his record of doing what Mass has been telling him to do, because he's holding some money in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like when Derek Chisora didn't really want to play ball, and then Luis King Kong Ortiz in Brazil was like, hey, you can fight us. You can fight us. And then look what happened. He's like, oh, never mind. I'm going to fight Derek Chisora because that was guaranteed more money.
Yeah. Well, Mike, that's what I'm going to ask you a question.
Mm.
What does the whole term or the whole meaning of ducking mean?
To me, the whole meaning of
Yeah,
ducking, meaning to me, I think, really, to tell you the truth, when you're ducking
like
somebody,
honestly,
no,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Come on, bro.
To me, really, there's two factors.
Yeah,
There's you are ducking somebody you supposed to fight
yes,
because of money, and then the other factor would be you are ducking somebody because you think that in the future it will make more money. I don't think there's many fighters out there that's what's up, Marv? What's happening? I don't think there's many fighters out there that's literally ducking somebody because they're scared of them. I think they're
yeah,
ducking people because they think that in the future it will make more money, or that fighting this guy, I mean, or by fighting this guy, I'm only going to get paid X, but
yeah,
I know I should fight him for the fans. I know I should fight him because it will put me ahead in boxing, but I'm not going to do it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think
yeah,
people are
yeah.
I don't think Dillian Whyte saying, "Nah, I ain't fighting Lucas Brown." I don't think that's a duck. I don't think it's a duck
No,
if Deontay Wilder's like, "No, I ain't fighting I ain't fighting Dillian Whyte because it does nothing for me." Like, I go over there and I fight this guy, I win, whoop de doo. I can make the Anthony Joshua fight more exciting everywhere without even having to fight him.
yeah. Well,
Because if you
I think that's what he always wanted to do, didn't you? Because
yeah,
you've got bad
he
blood
would but he
between
would have
them.
fought him. But he would have
Yeah,
fought him.
yeah.
But
Dude,
the whole thing about it was, like I said, Deontay Wilder was ducked because of money. Because of money.
who from?
Edward Hearn. He's the shot caller. And just like I
No, but
said,
I mean, which fighter ducked Deontay Wilder?
both of them.
AJ.
Both of them.
No, I disagree there, bro.
And the reason why I say both of them did,
Yeah, go on.
because if Dillian Whyte really wanted Wilder, he would have took Louis King Kong Ortiz. If Dillian Whyte really wanted Wilder, he would have ran after Dominic Brazil. He would have made it
Yeah,
clear. He would have made it clear that I want to fight you. I don't
yeah,
want to fight nobody. I don't want to fight these Lucas Browns. I don't want no Joseph Parker, and I don't want no Derek Chisora too. I want Dominic Brazil.
yeah.
That's all he had to do. And he could have came up over here. He could have came up over here. You mean to tell me that Edward Hearn wouldn't have fronted him some money to make the fight?
No, Mike, no, no.
You mean to tell me that Frank Warren wouldn't fronted Dillian Whyte some money to make the fight? Or get up over here with, since you want a fight by fight basis, you mean to tell me that Al Heyman wouldn't have front you some money to make the fight?
Mike, yeah, that. This is where I disagree with you. I disagree with you, but I agree with you. And what I mean by that is Anthony Joshua definitely ducked Deontay Wilder, definitely ducked Luis Ortiz. That's set in stone. That's 110% fact. That Dillian Whyte ducked Luis Ortiz. That's set in stone. 100%. Where I disagree with you, brother, is I don't believe Dillian Whyte has ducked Dominic Brazil. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Dillian Whyte, right, if you look back on his track record when he fought Robert Alanius, he was always mentioning Deontay Wilder, right? I watched shitloads of interviews where Eddie Hearn was saying to like IFL TV, Sky Sports, blah, 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 Radio Raccoon, whatever. He was saying Dillian Whyte is going to go after Deontay Wilder, right? Dillian Whyte started mouthing off. He thought he had that shit fight with fucking Robert Alanius, that fucking piss poor fight. And then I think, I'm not sure, but I think he fought Usyk Michael Tan. Is it Tan?
Who?
Chan in
Malcolm Tan.
America. Yeah, he fought him next, didn't he? Or
Yeah, it's on. Like,
and
look, it's right there. It's right
yeah,
there in
yeah,
front of you.
yeah. And then he went on to fight Lucas Brown, and that's when he did all that. Come on, Wilder, let's go, let's go, let's go, Wilder. But at the same time, you got to think, right? Eddie Hearn's a crafty little bastard. He was always gonna push Dillian Whyte towards Wilder, right? And Wilder rightly said, fight Luis Ortiz. If you fight Luis Ortiz, then I'll fight you. So I sort of agree with you there. He has ducked Wilder in a way because he was given the option to fight Luis Ortiz, and if you beat him, then come and fight me. But then he ducked Luis Ortiz. He went after AJ, but I don't believe that he's ever ducked Dominic Breazeale. And I'll tell you the reason why, because I watched an interview with him today on Sky Sports, and they were saying that dickhead Johnny Nelson was saying,
Yeah,
"You've
bald
got,
headed motherfucker."
yeah, yeah." No. He was saying you're penciled in for the O2 Arena on the 20th of April. You have 3 possible opponents: Luis Ortiz, Alexander Povetkin, and Dominic Breazeale. And he said to him, Johnny Nelson said to him, which one is more likely the one you're going to fight, and which one brings the most risk? He said, Luis Ortiz is the most skillful, but he's an old man. And when he said that, that was just, to me, that's a clear duck, because that was all he said about him. He's an old man, and he's skillful. He's skillful, and he's an old man, and that's all he said about him. He said Povetkin is a small heavyweight. I'm bigger than them, and I'm stronger than them, and I don't see that he brings anything to the table what's going to scare me. And then he went on to Dominic Breazeale, and he said, Dominic Breazeale, he said, I'll fight him tomorrow. He said, the guy's game. He's got that position what I want. Since AJ's lowballed me, he said that fight's off, because Johnny Nelson said to him, how are talks going on? He said, dead in the water. It's done. It's not happening. He said, so the only other fighter, he said, I want is Deontay Wilder. And he says, for me to get that, he says, I want, Dominic Breazeale's got what I want, but I rightly so should have that because I'm the silver belt holder. So I do believe that he's going to fight Dominic Breazeale in America.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, but I don't know. But that's what I'm talking about. Those, like, yeah, there's a possibility that he might fight the guy. Yeah, there's a possibility that he might go over there and fight somebody else and stuff like that.
He's got to, Mike.
But hold up. He don't have to. He don't have to.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
But he should.
Do nothing.
But you know, I've been saying this for a while, that Dillian Whyte needs to fight Dominic Breazeale. You know, I've been saying that. And you know why, the reason why I've been saying it. But the thing about it is that but all this jibber jabber off the mouth and stuff like that with these guys, with Edward Hearn, it really don't mean nothing unless they start getting the ball rolling with it to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? So now I do believe Dillian Whyte more than I would believe Anthony Joshua. Or Anthony, or some people would say Anthony Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that what I'm saying is that this guy, he should have been stepping to Dominic Breazeale a long time ago. A long time ago.
Yeah.
But the thing, I think that's the reason why I call it a duck. The reason why I think that he didn't take the Dominic Breazeale when he took the Lucas Brown fight, or tried to step to Dominic Breazeale before he took the Lucas Brown fight, is because of fucking Edward Hearn talked him out of it by giving him more riches and telling him, look, this makes your profile look more bigger. Hey, look, this gives you more leverage in negotiations. But at the end of the day, he still can't get what he wants fair I'm not talking about outlandish. I'm not talking about outlandish. Dillian Whyte ain't asking for nothing outlandish.
Exactly.
He's not. He's asking for something with that Anthony Joshua fight. He's not.
I think he wants 7 million, doesn't he?
Man, he would have took the 4 if they would have gave him the stuff.
Yeah, they offered him 3.
But the thing about it,
he got 5 against Chisora.
Yeah, if he got that, but that's the thing he said though. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna give me 4 when I'm a pay-per-view star? When I did all these things for you, and then you say that I can't even get the lion's share of the pot, even if I win.
Yeah,
that's like, and that's why I was trying to tell you that the fight wasn't gonna happen with AJ. He was gonna go over there and fight Miller because then he
did say that, and I said that. Yeah.
Because he's always been playing these mind tricks on us to make us think he's fighting this guy when he don't even really want to. And the reason why that is that he planned shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He planned shit out to the fact that he already knows, and AJ's on board with this because AJ's saying it too. He's brainwashed. He's saying, well, I like to have my career. I like to have, what's up, L5 player? I like to have my career planned out and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who the fuck says that shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can have your career planned out, but at the same time, shit happens along the way to where it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? You can set yourself goals and all that stuff. That's fine and dandy and all. But when you start saying this and you start saying the massive risk, you say about the risk to reward, but you say it over and over again. Huh? But you say it over and over again to make me think that this is your way of doing business. This is your way of thinking, your logical way of thinking. Whether or not you're trying to trick yourself into believing your own bullshit, or trying to trick somebody else to believe in your bullshit. But the fact that all of this remains, I said this in my video yesterday. Edward Hearn knew how all this shit was going to plan out. Edward Hearn figured that the winner of Deontay Wilder, they was going to have a rematch in America, do more money the second time with Deontay Wilder and Fury. And even before that Deontay Wilder and Fury fight, he even said that the fight was going to do $300K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knew, and then he knows how much $300K in pay-per-view revenue means. He know how much that's in the millions. He know that's in the 20s of millions. And then now all of a sudden he says if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, and I hope he does beat Tyson Fury, that's what he said, the Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight would do $1 million. I mean, 1 million pay-per-views. And then all that shit he's saying makes me believe, since he's supposed to be the greatest, biggest promoter ever, he's supposed to be the promoter of the year. You mean to think that? You mean to tell me back in September, Edward Hearn wasn't planning out how much money that he can get from an AJ and Deontay Wilder fight, and at the same time saying $300K ain't enough.
Yeah, of course.
And especially if they offering $50 million. If they offering you $50 million, they know they could get $50 million plus for the fight. Edward Hearn knew that.
Course,
and then they get $300K. The rematch. All these promoters out here thinking that it's going to do at least four. It's going to at least do 400K pay-per-view buys or 600K pay-per-view buys. So if they could do that for this fight and Deontay Wilder wins, and that's an American heavyweight champ, this dude has been thinking this. Edward Hearn don't play fucking checkers, baby.
Yeah, no, that.
As much as I don't like him, I don't think he's a dummy.
No, he's a crafty bastard like his old man.
Oh, yeah.
His old man was a crafty bastard. They're both accountants, aren't they, mate? They know the word M.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why, look at this. You can't tell me if you can believe that Deontay Wilder has ducked Dillian Whyte, why the fuck you can't believe that all this time that Edward Hearn didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder because he knew that if he can get Deontay Wilder, if he can get the Deontay Wilder and Fury fight to go twice, he can see how much money he could really make.
And you know what, Mike? I think because that little fucking, sorry mate, it's like catting. I think that fucking scrawny little arse fucking Cockney bastard. What I mean by that Cockney, we call Cockneys Londoners. I think he never knew. Well, if you look back at it, he always said that the Tyson Fury fight and Deontay Wilder fight was never going to happen. And he said it right up until like the last week, even though they were both fucking training and all that. He was saying, "No, it's not going to happen." He never knew, or he might have known, but he probably spun it to the public that he never knew that the Wilder Tyson Fury fights was going to do that good in numbers.
Yeah, he figured. Remember, I was saying 300K way before the fight.
Yeah, you did. That's true. That's very true. You did.
These guys are over here saying that 300K. Edward Hearn believed in 300K, and then I didn't know that was the medium for a lot of fighters. Around 300K pay-per-view buys for the first time. I didn't know, but you know, if you look at the experts and everything like that, everybody wants this fight to happen. And it's
of course, brother.
Everybody but Matchroom Boxing and DAZN. That's the only people that don't want this fight to happen, because because win or lose, whoever wins this fight out of Deontay Wilder and Fury, you cannot fucking say you shouldn't give them 50%. You can't say that.
No.
You'll be a fool. But like I said, if Deontay Wilder says 50-50 after beating Fury, Anthony Joshua of Matchroom Boxing, with the handler with the handler named Edward Hearn, they will not fight him. They're going to go fight Usyk. They're not going to fight him. If he asks for 50-50 after beating Fury, even though Edward Hearn is out there saying that I give Deontay Wilder his props, he did his thing and blah 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 whoop. You mean to tell me this? American pay-per-view buys. It does 300,000 pay-per-view buys. The rematch, no telling what it's going to do. The AJ versus Wilder fight, no telling what it's going to do. And you fucking mean to tell me, if you're saying that this fight is going to do a million pay-per-view buys, but when Deontay Wilder said a million pay-per-view buys, hypothetically, like it can do it, people thought he was crazy. Say Edward Hearn is crazy now. Say he crazy now. And at the same time, while you saying he crazy now, say this. Congratulations, Wilder. Congratulations for doing your thing in America, to boosting your profile and all that thing. We was wrong. We was wrong to talk shit about your promoter and all that shit. We was wrong. Congratulate him, because you can't tell me that see, in boxing you need a dance partner. But at the same time as with them dance partners, you got to build your profile, because a lot of people ain't going to be willing to sit up over here and watch any fight for $75, $85 a pop. It got to be something meaningful. Hold up. Vanessa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you be ordering Vanessa around. You'll be getting pistol whipped.
Hey, can you pour me another drink, baby? Please.
Mike. Alpha Players asked for a link.
Yeah, I sent him a link. If I can remember his email address, god damn. Tell him put his email address in that hole. Oh, he can hear me. Who else we got here? We got Will Magic Man that gave the English a bad name. Yeah, they get, man. CD said Dillian Whyte will unify heavyweight division. Okay, and I don't care if he do or not. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but I'm not a dick rider.
I'm not just an heavyweight fan, me. That's why I like best fight the best, man. I'm blood. I just believe in them. I just want the best to fight the best. I grew up watching the best heavyweights fighting the best. Tyson Holyfield, Shannon Briggs, Lennox Lewis, Frank Bruno. So it all was none of this, money that, fucking duck this, duck that.
Yeah, because he knew he had to do. He look. If you really think you can get these straps, if you really think you can get these belts, all that whole hoopla.
Excuse me.
I'm the A side. I'm this and the third. Fuck all that shit. Get your belts, and then you can do all that shit later.
Exactly.
You know, I don't understand that. Now look at this. Let me show you some more shit here. Look at this. So when you look at that ranking thing I put out, you hear all this shit about Dillian Whyte now. Dillian Whyte, I want to force Deontay Wilder to whatever. You know what I'm saying? You better bring your bitch ass to America. Dillian Whyte this. Dillian Whyte that. Sporting icons. Look at it. Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? You know, Dominic Brazil says he wants Dillian Whyte. You know, all this bullshit. You know, but y'all gotta be real. This dude's record is padded. It's some bullshit.
Yeah, it is, Mike. But
you know, hold up. But really, but it ain't all. Hey, L5 player, check your email. It ain't all Dillian Whyte's fault.
No, exactly, brother.
It's Edward Hearn, and it's these sanctioning bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, because like I've been saying, these guys need to we can't keep doing this whole this person they fought this person, they fought this person every single time, and then we're gonna run into the same shit again.
Yeah.
He's ducking because he got a padded record, but the whole system is rigged. The whole body,
mate. Of course it is, mate. This is what I was on about to you the other day, brother. The only really decent governing sanction body is the IBF, and even they're corrupt. But they're about the legitest one.
What up, L5 there?
How you doing, boss man?
Man, there's belling in the neighborhood near you, man.
Yeah, man. How you doing, Los?
Sweet, brother. You okay, mate?
Chilling. What are y'all drinking on this evening, both of y'all? Cause I heard MJ calling out of orders. What are y'all drinking on this evening?
I'm on San Miguel, me.
I'm drinking
Spanish lager.
I'm drinking Maker's Mark and cranberry juice.
That's that Jamaican stuff, isn't it?
Huh?
Pardon me?
What you saying?
No, I was saying that you switch it up a lot. You go Guinness, like Maker's Mark.
No, I ain't got no Guinness today. I didn't feel like going to the store.
Nice, bro. Now I was listening to you guys for like the last 10 minutes probably. No, probably 15 minutes as I was driving.
You check out the spreadsheet?
I was looking at the one that with the Dillian Whyte one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually driving, so I couldn't look at it with great detail. Other than like when I stopped here and there, but I was looking at that top part where it says like the 7th ranking. What was that?
The 7th rank?
Yeah.
Oh, who was ranked?
Oh no, I see the.
Yeah, that was Derek Chisora ranked number 7th. Yeah, when it says previous rank, that previous rank spot, that's the month before the fight.
I thought Chisora was ranked like way below that before that fight. Like
no,
or maybe
no.
WB.
That's what I mean. How was Dillian Derek Chisora? What do you say? Ranked number 7.
Yeah. Hold up. Let me see if I can.
And where's Ajit Cabell? Because Cabell beat the shit out of him, and he's the European champion.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I've been saying, man. That's the reason why I've been trying to tell folks, man. Like, you can't just be going up on these guys and listen to what they're saying. So you're saying Derek Chisora, y'all don't think he was ranked number 7th, right? So let's go to December 2018, right? I'm gonna pull it up.
Did you get my text?
No.
I texted you today.
What you texting?
About the salt.
What about it? Oh, yeah, I get some salt later before you get back. I get some salt.
Yeah, maybe I was picking it up with the last time.
The text.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right, here y'all go. I'm pulling it up for y'all. I get the salt before you get back. I mean, can't do nothing about it right now. It ain't gonna melt like that. So if you look at the spreadsheet right here, what's up? Have a seat then. Sit down. Listen. So if you look at the spreadsheet right here, this is December rankings, right? Where is Derek Chisora?
Number 14th.
He's right here, number 7.
It says 14th, man. The one I just seen.
No, look at what I'm looking at. Look what I'm. Let me see if I can blow it up. See.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my phone on to sideways
Here
so
we
I can
go.
see better.
There you go. Can y'all see it better? Now you got to stop talking so you can see it. So as long as I talk, y'all can see it better. Let me know when you see it, Laws. He's right here.
Yeah.
Derek Chisora's number
7.
Now let me give you the month. I'm gonna scroll up so I can show you the month. This is December 2018. I keep trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be. I'll be fine, man.
Adi Kabayel, number 6.
Yeah, for no reason. Number 6.
Where's Derek Chisora on that one? Get that one back up.
Oh, Derek Chisora ain't Derek Chisora for this one.
Yeah.
I think he dropped. No, Derek Chisora's number. Who'd you say?
Adi Kabayel was number 7.
No, and the one I'm showing, he's not. He's number 6.
Yeah, the one I just seen before, he was numbers.
Yeah, well, that's the wrong one because
number 6. Number 6. Yeah, I got you. Right, where's Derek Chisora on that one?
He's number 7th. He's right here.
Right underneath you. All right, have fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I try to tell y'all can't. What Public Enemy said? Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
No. I was contending that he was ranked lower than that. But regardless, though, I mean, like 7 is it's not like he's doing something being ranked. Pardon me?
That's not bad. That's not bad, brother. Being ranked number 7 after you got an ass whooping off the number 6.
Okay, but check this out though. This is the real funny part though. The real funny part about this whole thing is that Derek Chisora took an L.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And when Derek Chisora took that L, did he? I'm making another spreadsheet. I don't believe he fought anybody in the top 15 of the WBC. And that's the reason why I'm telling y'all. If you look at my list right here, if you look at Lucas Brown, the month before the fight, Lucas Brown was ranked number 25th. The month of the fight, the next month, he's ranked number 13th. How was he ranked in the top 15 without fighting the top 15 fighter?
True.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to bring up. It's a.
You know this spreadsheet here. Yeah. I see where you're coming from now. I just looked at the date on it.
Yeah, the rankings are super funny style though, man. It's like in the sense that if you're not if you don't got paper too, man, like, or if you're not your promoter don't want to put up the money for you to get like a favorable rank, you're kind of like asked out. Because I remember before that when even Dillian Whyte a couple years ago was ranked like 22 or something. It was in the 20s. And then he fought like a couple of ass fights, and he ended up like shooting up like the rankings. I know immediately after fighting Chisora, he shot up. I think he may have been in the double digits and then shot up to like where he is now. But
you see what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna find this other thing so I can show y'all. So the way WBC does their and this is another thing. That's the reason why these people are shady. Especially the WBC. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, if you read their, I'm trying to pull it up, man, but come on, bro, get off this PDF and get to this. You have to read these these rules, and then when you read these guys' rules and stuff like that, you're gonna start to realize that they about some bullshit because they write their rules into where everything is always in their favor. You know what I'm saying? They can do whatever the hell they want to do. You know, and the reason why they do it is because some of these people out here can't read and comprehend. Some of these boxers out here can't read and comprehend and think that they could run their own. They could run their own career and stuff like that, and end up getting used and abused. You know what I'm saying? So I was reading the once I could find it, but the WBC website acting up, man. They need to make this a little bit better than this. So I'm trying to find it.
They're hating on you because you're breaking it down.
Oh yeah, cut it out. Because if I've been reading their rules and stuff like that every now and again, not all the time, just when it kind of like when I try to okay, it's in documents. Here it is. When I'm trying to like understand why certain things is going on, the first thing I try to do is go to the rules. And the reason why the first thing I try to go into the rules is because you can't just listen to anybody and everybody out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you how they have it messed up. Put it on the screen share real quick. Put it on the screen share. This other one. Put it on this.
Yo, is that picture you, MJ? I always wanted to ask you, like in that football uniform.
Yeah,
that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, buddy. You know, this part goes over the X-rays and stuff like that, examination protocols, i.e., why sometimes boxers take too long to get their license and shit like that. But I'm gonna pull up this. I'm searching for the word top. That's in the death. So rating eligibility. So if you read this, I'm gonna blow it up. Blow up a bit. So if you read this part, this is the eligibility part. And this is how they swindle people. In order to maintain a top 15 rating, a boxer should have competed against another rated boxer, which may include those rated in the top 15 of other world organizations recognized by the WBC within the 18-month period from the time the boxer was so rated. To be rated in one of the top 15 positions, a boxer should have competed in at least one 10-round bout. So being ranked in the top 15 and getting there really don't. There's all types of ways you can get in there. Because it doesn't. The only way it says that you could get in there out of reading this is fighting the guy that had one 10-rounder. And then to stay in there, and then you got to go back in and say you got to go back to this paragraph C right here. Vanessa, come here. You leaving?
I'm not moving your car.
Huh?
Try to move your car.
Okay, let me know before you leave so you can give me some sugar. All right. It says, I mean, then you got to go back to this sub paragraph C, and then when you do that, it says, okay, to maintain your spot in the top 15, you have to fight somebody within the top 15 within the 8-month period. That don't make any sense. So how do you get ranked in the top 15? How do you get ranked in the top 15? Oh, if the WBC just happens to so put you there because of your promoter, or because somebody slid something to you, or because somebody gave you a prostitute or a couple of gifts.
Both C and D don't make sense.
It don't. It's like you got to read. It's like you're supposed to read. You're supposed to read D before you read C.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And D's whack too. A boxer should have competed in at least one 10-round bout.
Yeah. I mean, come on, 1 10-round bout. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad that you blood all you guys are making videos pertaining to the rankings and all this stuff, because it's been a crush that these people, like certain factions, have been clinging to of late, like these last couple years. and normal boxing talk, nobody even brings up rankings. Bro. And like normal boxing talk, nobody follows rankings. But in the last like 2 years or a year or so, like these dudes are like hard body, like bringing up like who fought like what boxer and rankings, and shading certain factions.
Yeah,
Particularly,
it's like the thing that pissed me off a lot is like when you got these people that's always trying to diminish somebody's profile, but don't read the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, oh, Dillian Whyte, he should sue the WBC, but if you read the rules, he can't sue. He can, but he'll lose because if you read C and D, like Blood, Blue, Fanon, and a couple other cats keep saying they can do whatever the fuck they want. They written these rules so fucking fucked up. They can do whatever they want. So that's my thing. How do you, if you was like, let's say for instance, LFL player, you a boxer, you ranked in the WBC, you saying yourself, how can I get ranked in the top 15 of the WBC? You know what I'm saying? By yourself, without no Edward Hearn, without no PBC, without by yourself. How can you do that when the rules is written like this? Who's gonna fight you when they're gonna be like, I want to see some bread?
Yeah, that's true.
You know
what
I'm
could
saying?
you do for me?
You know what I'm saying? You can't just get out here and beat the person who's supposed to beat. Get into these tournaments, and then when you get in these tournaments, you probably got to pay X amount of dollars. Or give me sugar then. All right, now let me slapping me, beat that ass.
You're getting slapped. Nah. You're getting slapped. Vanessa's slapping your ass.
You almost give me a heart attack.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Radio.
Yeah.
I heard that shit. That cable tone.
I don't know what song that was, but it almost gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like he just suddenly.
Vanessa, put Mike in his place.
All right, baby.
Hey, alpha player.
Y'all over there think y'all funny. I'm glad you hear y'all.
You know Mike's getting pistol whipped later.
No, crazy.
Joking, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? And then like this. But my whole thing is kind of like, these sanctioning bodies, man. In order for them to get paid, like you would think they would be on some Don King shit. Like get these people that's like not ranked in the top 25. Get them squaring off, and then getting these guys not ranked in the top 15, getting them squaring off to make some good fights and stuff like that, so you can get your next fighter. But it's kind of like if you look at all these fighters out there already, like the Oscar Rivas, people are already looking at him like he's supposed to be Stone Cold and all that stuff, and that other brother that looked like him, I forget his name, but they got promoters. You know what I'm saying? What about all these other cats that don't got promoters?
Mike. Right, let's scrap the spreadsheets now.
Man, I ain't scrapping shit. You gonna tell me how to
Dillian Whyte.
What about that
fighting Dominic Brazil? It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. He'll knock Dominic Brazil out, man.
Feel like this. I won't be surprised if it don't happen.
Yeah, it will, and he'll flatten Dominic Brazil.
I mean, everybody know Dominic Brazil's wife know that. His kids know that. The pet dog know that. His mama know that. His grandmama know that. Everybody know it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that I'm not mad at Dominic Brazil wanting to have it over here because that's his best chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? He go up over there, at least he could maybe run around the ring and stuff like that and try not to get hit, try not to get stuck, to try to avoid some shit and maybe come out with a decision. You know what I'm saying? But this dude, man, that last Dominic Brazil fight, man, oh my God.
That guy was terrible, bro. That Puerto Rican dude was terrible. That Puerto Rican guy been terrible too.
They both terrible.
Do you honestly think that if Dominic Brazil was fighting Dillian Whyte now, and on our truth, do you think that Dillian Whyte would lose or Dominic Brazil would win?
Dominic Brazil gonna knock that dude's head off his shoulders.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I think Whyte.
Man, I'm just playing, fool. Y'all some.
I was about to say, bro. The only thing that the Dominic Brazil's only redeeming quality is being able to take a punch, but he fights corny, bro. Like he don't know how to fight, and and the thing is too that he keeps coming at you, like, and he turns it on more like in the later rounds, but not by very much.
He gonna get laid out, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Because we all know that Dillian Whyte, he doesn't shy with them body punches. You know what I'm saying? So
and that left hook.
He just needs to hit Dominic Brazil, I would say 3 to 4 times, good ones to the body, and it's a wrap. He's not gonna take 3 or 4 of them good shots from Dillian Whyte to the body, and then it's gonna sit up there, and then he has no head movement and all that stuff. So
no head movement.
You know, once you give him them shots to the body, you know, he like to call himself. He calls himself the body snatcher. I call him the body snatcher, the body man snatcher.
You know what?
Yep. Now
I'm gonna tell you something quickly. If Marvin will back me up on this, if you look on my videos, right, from the very early days of me sitting in my kid's bedroom talking shit to my phone, I've always had a soft spot for Dillian Whyte. Reason being, he's Jamaican. I'm half Jamaican myself. My dad's from St. Catherine's, Jamaica. So I have to back my man. And I've always liked Dillian
Hold up. What you mean you got to back your man?
Backing.
You ain't
backing.
You backing Anthony Joshua too? You backing Edward Hearn too?
No. What? Michael. I've got a soft spot for Dillian. I like him, man, because I think he's got balls, man. The man's got balls. But what made me turn away from him is the Luis Ortiz fight, when Ortiz was on the Wilder undercard and he said, I'll come off and I'll come to the O2 and I'll fight you. And he turned it down. I was like, fucking hell, Dillian, that's not like you, man. I believe, as much as I love Luis Ortiz and as much as I think he's a great fighter, he's definitely the most technical fucking heavyweight. I think he's better than Tyson Fury technical wise, maybe not brain wise. I think Tyson Fury is a very clever guy in the ring, but technical wise, I've got to give it to Ortiz. He hits a lot harder than Ortiz.
To tell you the truth, I don't really see that much. I don't see it. I don't see Tyson Fury as technical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like more than what anybody else do.
I think so. I think Tyson Fury is very technical.
Check this out. It's easy learning shit. It's the basics. That's what he do. If you fighting with them check left hooks, easy. He a tall guy, lanky, easy. That's what you do.
He isn't easy though.
Hold up. That's the reason why he beats a lot of his fighters with that check left hook. That jab. Yeah, it's a nice jab and everything like that. But what does he do? He keeps his hand moving. He keeps his hands moving, and he keeps his head moving, right? And so when I that's what fighters should do.
Yeah,
that's what you shouldn't be sitting there waiting for somebody to swing. Not only that is, you shouldn't be sitting there being predictable. In order for you to give a jab off almost at will, it's not just going to be speed along. It's going to be it's going to be the ability of you to time it, the faking and all that shit is all like when you see somebody landing the jab at will, do you think it's just speed, or do you think it's the ability for the other boxer not to see it coming? i.e., this motherfucker's shaking around the ring, and you don't know if he's throwing all these fakes. He's throwing 100 fakes in 1 minute over and over again. You can't tell when the dude is going to throw a jab or not.
Yeah, but
I'll let Lowe's answer that first. I got my own point to make about that too.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. Quickly, Mike. You just said before at the start he's big and easy, right?
No. I didn't say he's big and easy.
Well, you said something that he's easy.
I said he's big and lanky.
Right. Okay. The difference between Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, what I see, Luis Ortiz is a technical fighter who likes to box on the inside, wear his opponent down, very slow, boring fighter, but you only have to switch off.
So do you think that Luis King Kong Ortiz fought Deontay Wilder on the inside the whole fight? No.
Well, I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. And if you want me to answer that quickly, no, he didn't. Some of the fight he did, but he knew he had to box on the outside as well against Fury, against Wilder. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is the difference what I see between Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury. Bud nailed it on the head today. He nailed it on the head about Tyson Fury. The second Derek Chisora fight, he fought the whole fight as a southpaw. He's an orthodox fighter. The first fight he fought as an orthodox. The second fight he fought the whole fight as a southpaw fighter and still beat him. And this is what I'm trying to say with Fury. Will Magic Man put a great comment in the chat before. His footwork is fantastic.
We'll get to that.
Right. Me personally, I think the reason why I give, and I'll nail it quick, the reason why I give Tyson Fury more, I wouldn't say technical fighter, but more like thinking in the ring. He's better in the ring is because Tyson Fury can adapt easier. He's got them long ass fucking bastard arms. He can lean on you. He can fucking hold your head down. He can fucking come in with the uppercut as he comes for clinch. He can body shot you as he comes in for the clinch. I didn't see Luis Ortiz do any of that against Deontay Wilder. I saw Luis Ortiz jabbing, looking for the right hand. If he didn't, he was trying to throw in the middle, but Wilder was too far away from him and he was picking him off with the jab. And what you've got to think as well is, do you think that was the best Tyson Fury what fought Wilder? I'm telling you something now. I'm telling you something now, and I'll shut up quick. I'll shut up quick. I'll shut up quick. You watch the difference of Tyson Fury in the second fight. I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, the man's in camp. He's kept in camp. You will see a different Tyson Fury. Whether he gets knocked out or not, I don't know. But you will see a different Tyson Fury. Go on, bro.
Okay,
over
check
to you.
this out. So the
hold on. Let me add my point.
Hold up, because
go ahead.
That's just too much for me to then go back and answer both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't make any sense to try to remember both of this. So, and the reason why I said I don't think that Tyson Fury is all that. I don't think he's that technically sound as people think. And I have already told you, about. We already had these discussions about what I think that Deontay Wilder needs to do, and that how I think that Tyson Fury is not going to be the same Tyson Fury that we're going to see in the rematch, because it's not going to make any sense. And so, you know, when we go into this next fight, it won't be the same Deontay Wilder from the first fight as well. I don't think that Tyson Fury is doing anything. See, check this out. There's a difference between somebody that can learn things and stuff like that and be quick with it and stuff like that, and then somebody that could be some people that can have everything with it that just takes too long to learn it. I don't think that Tyson Fury, out of watching all of his fights, is all that.
Yeah.
I never have thought that. I saw openings.
No, I never used to.
Hold up. I never saw I always saw openings with all of his fights. It's just that the fighters that's fighting him in the ring need to move. They need to move.
Yeah.
If this guy is going to try to outmaneuver you in the ring, you need to move with them too. If this guy is going to try to outpunch you in the ring in the heavyweight division, you need to try to outpunch him too. You need to get off before he gets off. Because if you allow this guy to get off before you do, if he has more power than you and y'all about the same thing, he's going to knock you out. Or it's going to go to the decision. And that's the reason why I said when that fight with Tyson Fury and that Deontay Wilder, the reason why I think that Tyson Fury, why the fight went to a draw, was the main thing was Tyson Fury's ability to be unpredictable. And that was due to all those fucking hand fakes and shakes he was doing. Not necessarily his footwork, because really his footwork didn't even really cause a problem. It was the fucking jab. And why was the jab landing? Because he kept his hands moving. He kept his hands moving, and he kept moving from side to side, moving around the ring instead of just sitting there rocking from side to side and rocking back and forth. And that's the reason why I told folks is that Deontay Wilder would lose this rematch if he keeps up with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Going back, straight back, rocking back, not moving back, rocking back, walking back, lollygagging backwards without his hands being up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just quickly before Alpha Player jumps in, I just want to ask you one quick question. Sorry, Alpha Player. Just a quick question. Does Deontay Wilder move? And what I mean by that, does he move side to side?
He moves at the hips most of the time, side to side. He moves at the hips. When you look at Deontay Wilder, you would see him move at the hips from side to side, looking at you, kind of rotating his hand. Hold up, kind of rotating his hand. Sometimes he does move side to side. What I'm talking about is that he has to move more. That shit that he did in that first fight, he has to move more, because if you got another guy looking at you, saw you in your so-called peak when you wasn't, that wasn't the same. That was not the Deontay Wilder that we saw throwing them smooth ass jabs against his last couple of opponents. That wasn't the same Deontay Wilder throwing that same shit down the pipe. It didn't even, nothing about him looked natural. Nothing about him looked natural in the ring. What I'm saying is that he needs to move more, because if he don't, he could be timed. And the reason why
I agree with you there. Tyson Fury
and his trainer, they're already thinking about ways on how to exploit him. And Deontay Wilder is doing the same thing too, but the same thing. But the thing, what I'm saying is that he needs to move more.
Yeah, I agree with you there, what you've just said, because that was my question, what I was asking you. He doesn't move enough side to side. In my eyes, he's too much come forward straight.
And move back straight, too.
Yeah. He's subject to the fucking straight jab and the straight line
and that
down
shit
the middle.
Me off, that movement, that lollygag shit that he was doing and catching them jabs to the motherfucking lips while he was just walking backwards, that lollygag shit, that was worse than jumping backwards with your hands up.
That's kind of what he was doing, though. He was leaning back. He was leaning back with his Come
on, Alpha Player. That was like a 90-year-old man trying to speed walk.
Well, like you have to give. I'm not saying that you have to, like, it's an excuse, but supposedly he was injured too. In the fight.
I said I think it was something, man. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I think the motherfucker got diabetes.
I don't know, or maybe a thyroid issue,
or that, because ain't no way in hell you lose weight. You losing weight while working out. I know you broke your hand or whatever. He broke something, didn't he? And he couldn't work out, right?
Hand injury.
Yeah, but you still eating. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe because he was probably, if he took them pain medications, he probably couldn't eat. Because I I can't do Percocets and them shits and try to keep an appetite. But that's why I'm thinking that he got like something wrong with this man. Like, how do you come into a fight at 209?
Yeah, I mean that was a cause of concern. He was probably like I mean, a lot of that stuff probably got to him too, like the hype of a big fight, his first pay-per-view, like people shitting on him online. I mean, maybe those things coalesced into like stress or whatever have you. But I wanted to go back to the other point you were making though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or that we were discussing with Tyson Fury. He may not whether he's more technical than Ortiz or not. I mean, it's a toss up. But the thing that Tyson Fury does well is the fact that he's big as hell, and he uses his height, his length like nobody else can. And on top of that too, when Tyson Fury when people try to tense Tyson Fury, like they'll do that like in round one sometimes once or twice, and they won't try to employ that ever again because Tyson Fury will pull.
Well, check this out though. How many people is even in his height range?
There's zero. But another thing too that what was happening
that boy's throat, knocked him out.
And what was happening in the Wilder fight was that Wilder was trying to go to the body. Initially.
No, he did. He went to a body a few times.
But he wasn't having much success to the body because Tyson Fury knows how to block his body dope. In addition to like keeping you at bay, he only leaves very, very little openings. Look at where he rests his where he rests his hand guarding his body at all times. It leaves you like really small openings to where he'll move like at his waist very in a real like small fashion, and you're just hitting arm or elbow. In addition to that, like he's not just staying there chilling, waiting for you to hit him. He's like putting out putting out that work. But I say he's a little bit more tech. And on top of that, another thing too that you were mentioning was the shaking of the hands. That's like a tiny feint at all times, and he was doing that 100% of the fight against Wilder, and Wilder was getting mesmerized by that. He wasn't like, he
looked like a bad face in the lure.
Yeah, but what Ortiz does is that Ortiz lures you in and he lands these humongous shots on you, and it's sometimes he doesn't do it immediately.
Ortiz don't even look like he had to really see. Ortiz and Wilder, they don't even look like they had to put all they fucking strength into it though.
Yeah, but Ortiz got that boom. Ortiz got that boom, but on top of that too, a lot of times when he's hitting these dudes,
Alpha player,
like he's clean opening.
Sorry, bro.
Now go ahead.
That just to butt in quickly. That's the difference.
Oh, what's up, Scrapbook? Hold up. What's up, Scrapbook? Who else came in? And Syndicate, what's up, man? Hold up. Maybe we can add.
Yeah,
let me see if we got some questions in here. Let me see if we got some questions in here. Fury footwork is fantastic. I think his footwork is all right. I don't think it's.
Bro. Yo, Fury's footwork is fantastic, bro.
This is the reason why I'm trying to tell you this. That I think it's okay, and the reason why I think it's okay is because of the feints and his output. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you, Mike. I hear you.
The thing that I'm trying to stress is that, and maybe that I'm explaining this wrong is that we fighters, a lot of these fighters can learn anything. I learned a lot of things, just like when you said with the hand places for the body shots, just like some of these fighters with the shoulder roll and all these other things, defensive and offensive posture. A lot of these fighters can do it. A lot of these fighters don't learn it, and a lot of fighters, it seems like when they get in the ring, you can see exactly what these fighters need to do to win, and they won't even do it. You see what I'm saying?
I need to make a point on that too.
And I said they won't even execute on it.
No, I need to make a point about that.
Make a point on it. And the reason, and what I'm basically trying to stress is, I think that the combination of everything that he does in the ring, it makes it look more than what it is. But I don't think because if his footwork was that good, if his footwork is fantastic, if his jab game was, and that would make it so. his footwork being fantastic made his jab game fantastic because it was. But the whole thing about it is that if you fighting, if you're throwing all these head feints and shit like that, and the other fighter ain't really moving, he's swaying from side to side, he's moving straight backwards, and he ain't doing anything to get you off your game plan, you can still keep doing that shit. But the thing, what makes people footwork fantastic to me is that when it comes natural, and that don't look natural from Tyson Fury. It don't. And you can say it does, you can say it don't, but I exploited people on mini games playing football, and I'm a player. Exploited mini games to the coach. But the thing about it is that what I'm trying to say is that if his footwork is so fantastic and all that thing, how come somebody without no skills, allegedly, don't even have that didn't even use not even half of the footwork he used in the match is still able to catch him. The whole idea of good footwork is allowing your offense to get off, and allowing your defense to be exquisite.
Yeah, but Mike, he got caught through being sloppy, especially in that 12th round, because he got cocky. If you watch the fight, he sticks his fucking head out.
Well, how you get knocked down? How you get knocked down before then?
Well, I don't know that one, bro. But
how you get knocked down by an overhand right by Steve Cunningham? When Steve Cunningham was throwing that overhand right over and over and over and over and over again before he connected.
Yeah, but he put him away though in the end.
Well, he put him in the way because he used his elbow. He damn near stuck his elbow down a man's throat, which you ain't supposed to put your elbow on somebody's fucking face to put their hands down so you can knock them down. That's what he did do.
Now, but what the point I wanted to make, my bad, Lowe's, but real quick, the point I wanted to make was, as far as footwork goes, there's like people that have potential to have great footwork and that work on it, i.e. like Lomachenko. And Lomachenko gets tagged up all the time. But then you have people that have fantastic footwork, i.e. like Mayweather and even Fury, where they're not moving their... Well, no, hold on. But remember, Fury's a heavyweight though. But they're not moving their feet like dancers all the time, but they're eluding you by moving their feet minimally. And Fury got like great footwork because he's using his tool, like the tools that he has, his height, his jab output, his little feint.
Okay. Tell me, explain to me what footwork is. When you're saying the footwork.
I'm gonna say something quick. Who's got the best body movement and the best footwork in the heavyweight division as we stand now?
I mean, okay. I see what you're trying to do, but the thing that I'm conveying is that this is a weak league.
It is.
That's why I'm saying that. And that's why the reason why I'm saying is that it's not fantastic. We could all say we all know Tyson Fury got the best footwork, but the thing about it is that compared to people that were great, it's not.
Yes, of course, Mike.
And that's
I totally agree with you there, brother.
And that's what I'm grading everything off of.
Yeah, totally agree with you there,
we also have to grade currently though too. Like
I mean, exactly. We're not living in the past.
If you grade it, you can say whatever you want to, but in order for you to be a great boxer, you got to live in the past because you got to learn from somebody. But
yes, I believe that. But the fact, I'm just
saying. But we all know that Tyson Fury got the best footwork and body movement in the game. We all know that. That wasn't my point.
Yeah,
my point was I don't think it's all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me answer Lowe's question though. I think the heavyweight with the most nimble feet is Luis Ortiz. I think the person that implements his footwork or his movement best is Tyson Fury.
Player, man, you can't be coming up in here trying to give him another little thing. You said limber. Come on, bro.
Nimble.
No, that's not what we were saying.
But it's a
coming
tough
over here
one.
making new categories, man. Answer
Nah,
last. I'm
Well,
messing.
nah, I think it's a little bit of a toughie, but because Luis Ortiz doesn't get I haven't I don't see him get laced like many times with like hard shots.
Well,
And
hold
another
up.
thing,
Well, hold up. Will Magic Man said, like I said the other day, Fury's movement makes AJ look like an Irish river dancer.
Yeah, real talk.
I don't mean to interrupt, but you know, gotta hit the chat to it, man.
That's a great comment.
AJ's footwork ain't all that either, man. Like pardon me.
So okay. Is AJ's footwork, is it worse than Dillian Whyte's?
No.
No, a lot better than Dillian Whyte's.
Dillian Whyte to me just has movement, but you don't have footwork.
Then I have another question. How would you explain to a fighter how to get through Anthony Joshua's armor? His guard. He knows he likes to keep his hands up. He knows he likes to throw from the hips. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with his feet planted and everything like that. Now on the ball. So what would you tell a fighter to do to get through that armor?
Depending though.
Easy.
Go ahead though, Lowe's. You have it on
the move around the ring, jab, move, keep moving all the time because he's a robot. He's subject to that straight jab.
Goddamn, Laws, you're breaking up.
Breaking up a little bit, Laws.
Yeah, what the hell you doing? What the hell you doing over there, Laws? What the hell you doing, Laws?
Just having a cigarette.
Oh, this dude walked outside. That's why. I'm about to smoke in the house. I'm about to go get me a cigarette, smoke out in the room. This is a spare bedroom, man. So
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. It's better than what it was.
That's easy work. That Anthony Joshua, how you break him down? You move around the ring, let him come to you because he's a robot and he likes to come forward. Jab, 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 move, jab, right hand, body shots. Keep moving all the time. Let him come towards you. Don't walk towards him and try to take the center of the ring because if you do that, I believe that's where Joshua's the most dangerous because he likes to put the pressure on. And if you try to stand toe-to-toe with him and fight him, I think you're going to come unstuck. You need that type of fighter like Tyson Fury who can move around the ring, knows the ring well, knows how to get off the ropes if he comes forward and spin him around. If you're on the ropes, your back's on the ropes, and he comes forward, Tyson Fury is a master of how to slip and slide, slip you around and put you on the ropes. Tyson Fury, right? I'm going to tell you something quickly. Black Fight Fan TV has always said, since I followed him nearly 2 years now, Black Fight Fan has always said Tyson Fury is tailor-made for Anthony Joshua. He would beat Anthony Joshua a lot easier than what he would Wilder because Wilder's unpredictable. You don't know what's coming with Wilder. I believe so anyway.
Oh, hold on. Let Alpha player in there.
Yeah, go on,
as far as how to beat Fury, as far as how to beat AJ,
basically, yeah.
Pretty much the same tactics, with the exception of I think in small spurts, even in the middle of the ring, wherever, Anthony Joshua has a problem of putting his feet together or like backing up, like his when he takes his first step backing up, he'll make his feet come too close together, or his feet will actually come together all together, and he's a perfect target for somebody to hit him.
He'd be damn near crossing his legs.
Yeah. So I mean, and he's never fixed that too. I mean, I honestly like that little glitch you see there is sometimes it looks worse, like in some of these fights, like the Povetkin fight, which Povetkin was hurting him in those little spots,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's not improving with Anthony Joshua. So I mean, and another thing too is if you're afraid of him putting punches together in those little spots in the middle of the ring, like I mean, I would get a little bit dirty with him, like try to come in with my head, not like come in with the head a little bit, following up with the overhand rights when he puts his feet together and leaves that nice big target up top.
And another question is, okay, Joseph Parker. I got to leave the room real quick, but I'm gonna come back. But I'm gonna let y'all cook on this. Joseph Parker versus AJ. Now, I didn't really think of Joseph Parker that much, and that was just because of the level of competition. But after that fight, it made me really open my eyes up to what everybody been saying about Louis King Kong Ortiz. There's people know of these people. It's just like okay, I play in the GFL, which is the Great Lakes Football League, right? If you good, even if you don't start, people will know you. Like you don't even got to start, and people will know your name if you're good. You just green. You know what I'm saying? Like the coach and none of these cats, they know that you're going to be something, or you have potential to be great or good or start the next season. But you will know who's good or not before that don't even play on your team. You know what I'm saying? Because people played against them. People went to the park with them. People went to the gym with them. You start to learn how strong people is, how much they could bench, how many push-ups they could do, you know, stuff like that. I think these cats knew about Parker and Ortiz all this long. I think they knew what they was capable of. You know what I'm saying? And going into Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua, for him to last that long, for him to come to a decision, for him to actually, to me, the fight was close. You know what I'm saying? And it was competitive. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the ref wasn't getting in the mix, it would have really been competitive. You know what I'm saying? It would have really been exciting. So with that being said, when you see Joseph Parker and Louis King Kong Ortiz, what would you say to somebody that would say, oh, they ain't got no credible wins on their record? What would you say to somebody, or what makes sense to you to make you believe that they all that with the big bag of chips with the dip? And you know, well, and that's
I used to think
from a New York nigga.
Nah, I used to think Joseph Parker had potential before, like because I used to see him fight. I saw him fight before, like the AJ fight, and I thought he had potential. I thought he could move right, but he was fighting trash. But I mean, I think he's kind of winded down significantly. Even the fight before AJ, I forgot who he fought. Like one fight,
they need a testosterone booster.
Do you know what?
Nah, I got a squeaky New York voice. But
you know what?
No, not you, but Joseph Parker need one.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Nah, I ain't.
Nah, but I think kind of like another thing too, like is kind of like a little bit off the point, but I think Dillian Whyte could beat the shit out of AJ, man. If they would have fight now.
But that's what I'm saying is like, how come he can last?
Do you know what?
But Dillian Whyte didn't. Nobody else did. That's my whole thing. Like,
you know why? Because the fucking ref helped him out, didn't he?
Well. No, the ref helped out AJ. But
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, my bad. What I'm saying is how the fuck Joseph Parker got up in there. He's throwing his punches. He's trying to get in there on the inside and all that stuff. And and I don't see why a lot of people don't think about this. He avoided his power.
Yeah.
He's showing you.
That's true.
He's showing you how to
yeah.
Even he took that from him.
Do you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Joseph Parker, right? You might laugh at this now. What I say about him, Joseph Parker, right, is a very, very underestimated fighter. And the reason why I say that, right, I say that for the simple fact that Joseph Parker, in my eyes, the fights what I've seen against him and Dillian Whyte and AJ, Joseph Parker is a very technical, good fighter. He's got a solid chin. The only thing what lets Joseph Parker down is he's a softy. He feels that if he hurts someone, he's like Frank Bruno. If Big Frank years ago, if he hurt someone, he'd try help him up. But I watched an interview with Joseph Parker where he was saying that the public are ripping him that he's too fucking soft and he's this, that, and the other. So now he's going to be a nasty bastard. I'm telling you, man, if Joseph Parker, if he had that fucking mean streak in him, he could. The man's a dangerous guy. He's a good fighter. He's fast. He's got power. He's got a very good IQ of the ring. And I know people might laugh at me for saying this, but I'm telling you now, if Joseph Parker now had the mentality, say, a year and a half ago since he had that fight with AJ, if Joseph Parker knew what he knew now, what he did back then, and the fight wasn't in Britain with that fucking bogus referee what helped AJ out, I'm telling you, man.
No, that's not a referee. His butler.
Well,
and that's Will Magic Man saying that. That's his butler.
Mm.
But that's what I wanted from y'all. And the reason why I wanted y'all to answer like that is so when somebody come at me, I can use y'all information and seem like I'm smart.
Yeah.
That was you're supposed to laugh, fool.
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
You are smart.
Yeah, but
he is. The man knows he's boxing now, foul player.
But that's
he's a very clever guy, this guy who's on the other end of the line.
Rob Sport Lee, you kind of coming in late, man, but you know you missed a lot of good shit. We was up in here arguing and shit. Laws was throwing beer bottles and shit.
As much as he's a comedian, the man, he knows he's boxing.
Son, you know what I'm saying, son?
Like our foul player is a clever bloke. Knows he's boxing.
We getting it in. Nah, because and the reason why I like this discussion is whether or not any one of us is wrong or not, or would admit we wrong or not, it's just that it puts a good seasoning on the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Because
that's the thing bro. That's the thing about having a group of people talking about one thing is that you get a little bit of diversity because we don't all think the same. We might have similarities, but we got our own twist with everything. You know what I'm saying? That we talked about up here, and that's why nobody else could compete with the LDBC or any type of boxing talk with that has to do with a group of people. Because when you get a group of people involved, when they start talking boxing, man, or they start talking sports or anything intellectual or anything that has to do with that's worth the damn, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to even try to prove your point because it's three heads versus one.
Yeah.
Word up. No, and we actually watch boxing. Like, I'm not gonna bring up a point about $15 million or fucking the arguments change and your perspectives different than mine.
No. Al foul player, the arguments didn't change. The goalpost just moved down the street.
Yeah, but it's what I'm saying is that they're intellectual conversations and not regurgitated conversations.
Yeah.
From
okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yo, but I gotta wash my ass, but I'm gonna keep listening to y'all. I'm gonna take y'all in the shower with me. But before, I need to ask one question though.
I'm not going to no shower with you, homie.
Yeah, bro. Y'all coming, bro. Nah, but I was gonna ask you, Lo.
You should have said that, brother.
Nah, bro. I'm proud of washing my ass, bro. Cleanliness is godliness. But
true.
I was gonna ask you though, man, because like you could explain it to us a little bit more thoroughly. But why
Yeah,
was
go on,
Eddie
bro.
Hearn back in the day? Like when I first even heard of Eddie Hearn as a promoter, like when they would show him in fights, why was he consistently and even to this day getting booed at these UK fights?
Mm.
Like now and
Um,
back then.
the only thing I can put to that, my
I'm gonna hit
brother,
mute too.
is his dad was a con man. No two ways about it. His old man was a con man. His old man's an accountant. You know, you've got to take your hat off to his old man. He was raised probably what you lot call the projects over there. We call them council estates. His old man come from fuck all. Um, so I'm led to believe the documentary what I seen on him, he was brought from a council estate with nothing. He went to college, did an accountant's course and all this shit. He got into sports, which, like Blood's always saying, snooker, darts, all that bullshit. He got into boxing, and his old man ripped many fighters off. And I can remember this because he had beef with. Mind you, I could be talking shit here. There was a British boxer what had beef with. It could have been Frank Warren actually. There was a British boxer called Terry Marsh years ago in the 80s. He was a milkman and he got ripped off. I'm sure it's saying he ripped him off, but I could be wrong. It might be Frank Warren. But anyway, his old man was a con man. But he was the Don King of sports over here. He did darts, snooker, boxing, everything. Old fucking slickback come along, didn't he? British boxing was dead. Frank Warren was the main man at the time when Barry Hearn had sort of like slithered away from boxing. Frank Warren was on Sky, and then Frank fell out with Sky, so he went on his own, did Box Nation. Fast Eddie come along and fucking he did, and I take me out off to Eddie, and as much as I hate the cunt, and I do fucking hate him, Frank Warren got shot in the gut. Yeah, exactly. Well, Magic Man. Yeah, he did. And it was something to do with Terry Marsh, that was Well Magic Man. Sorry, I'm just reading the comment off Well Magic Man.
So somebody was looking to kill his ass.
Yeah, Frank got shot, you know. Yeah, he got shot. It was something to do with a boxer called Terry Marsh, who Frank Warren was promoting. So I got that wrong, but I was sort of right what was on about, but wrong promoter. Fast Eddie come along, Sky Sports. I mean, I remember as a kid, like 17, 18, growing up, when Sky had everything. They took ITV off. When I was a kid growing up, right, ITV was the main boxing channel in the UK. You had everything. Gerald McClellan, Michael Nunn, fucking Chris Eubanks, everyone, mate. You had them all. And then Sky come along, ripped the fucking rug straight from under ITV, got all the big fights. We used to watch. We used to, on a Wednesday night, we used to have Wednesday night, Budweiser night, it was called.
Y'all was watching y'all fights little to nothing.
Yeah. But on a Wednesday night, when Sky come along, we had all they was show. ITV didn't really show so much American fights. It was British fighters versus American fighters, but over in Britain. But when Sky come along, they fucking did everything. They had all the American fighters who you'd never heard of. I'd never heard of Michael Nunn until Sky come along. James Toney, Roy Jones Jr., all that shit. I'd never heard of them until Sky come along. Anyway, Frank Warren teamed up with Sky. We had years and years of great fights. Tyson fights, the late Tyson fights, Holyfield, Tyson, all that bullshit. And Frank Warren fell out with Sky. Frank went, just disappeared. Eddie Hearn come along, reinvented fucking British boxing, got it back on the map with Sky. Then Sky started to do all the American fights and things like that. And that's where Eddie just took off, man. He took off after that. Once he had built British boxing back up in this country, we started to watch all the American fights, and that was it. Sky were on a roll, and then ever since then, he got cocky, thought he could go to America and overthrow America. And getting back to your question, I know because I've gone right off the subject what I was talking about.
What?
I think it's just a gimmick. The British fans booing Eddie Hearn because 90% of the people who were in the crowd are just casuals. They're not real hardcore fans, mate.
So you think it's just something that is just fun to do while they're there?
It's just a gimmick, mate. It's just a gimmick. That's why Joshua on his last fight said, "Can we get a shout for Eddie Hearn?" And they all booed, and he started laughing. And then he was going, "No, but Eddie Hearn's done this and done that." It's just a gimmick, mate.
Okay, I can dig it. I mean, but it makes sense. But it's just, it makes perfect sense. I mean, that as far as like as rational, you know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, you think it's a gimmick, and stuff like that, and so it's not like it's not like it would be helpful for us to be irrational and just to say nah, it's because they don't like them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you my boy and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to just roll with, you know, what you got. You know. Hold on, 6'9". Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I forgot he on FL player on mute. I forgot he was on mute. Yeah, man. But you know, that was a good question. I mean, but let's see what Will Magic Man said something. He said, Will Magic Man said they never found out for sure who shot Frank. Well, we all know anyways. Will Magic Man said it's pantomime is all. Will Magic Man said that booing Eddie shit is just pantomime. I mean, but to tell you the truth, like let's just keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If somebody wants to say that Eddie Hearn came from poverty and all this shit, he went to college and he got into boxing and shit like that, and blah blah blah, whoop. I mean, Barry Hearn. Sorry, Barry Hearn. That motherfucker was into some illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just don't get into boxing by like you finding the fighter back in those days, and you find this guy and you find this guy, and then you end up getting, you know what I'm saying? And then Frank Warren ends up getting shot in the gut, and then all this stuff is like, it seems like kind of like over here, like back in the days with boxing, ran by the mafia. You know what I'm saying? Laws. Man, where laws go? But anyways, it was ran by the mafia. And now when you look at a lot of these cats right now that's running the muck and stuff like that, because they ain't got motherfuckers hanging on their coattails trying to extort money out of their ass, you know, they all good. But I don't think Barry Hearn, like just by listening to them and watching how they move and stuff like that, it's a direct reflection of their upbringing and where they and what they have done in their lifetime. You know what I'm saying? For you to think that it's okay to sit there and rob somebody of their riches and stuff like that, you know, and to con somebody out of a championship fight. And then when you look at the other case I pulled up, where Barry Hearn basically told another promoter, don't fucking vote on this purse bid because of blah blah whoop, which in turn stopped this fighter from making more money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all kind of things going on. And matter of fact, Matchroom Boxing got sued for that fight. I mean, by that fighter for that just same thing. And that fighter ended up winning in court, by the way. Will Magic Man said when Bruno fought Tyson, the Panamanians in the crowd were shouting, "He's behind you, Frank. He's behind you, Frank." Laugh aloud. Ross Burson says, "Bless you." Oh, thank you.
Will Magic Man's put some great fucking comments in there.
Yeah. Will Magic
Frank
Man
Warren getting shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to bring Will on too, man.
it'd be
Get your ass up in
Yeah,
here, Will.
but Will, I'm about to roll anyways. But Will be saying
How
that
are you?
Will ain't got the best internet. He said the last time he was on here the last time, but he know that he could get in when we on. Because half the time he don't do nothing but laugh and chuckle and sitting back over there drinking his
I
yak.
know. He's a fucking comedian anyway.
He was sitting
So
over there
he's
getting lit.
dropping fucking.
With this Pink Floyd in Italian, with this Pink Floyd logo in Italian colors.
Yeah. The last time he got on, he was lit in the cut. I was drunk.
I was drunk.
You was
I
drunk
was
too?
drunk. Yeah, I was fucking smashed.
Couldn't tell.
No, what the reason I asked that question earlier, because I was listening to you talk about that. That shit is interesting too, because I didn't know any of that shit about him getting shot or none of that stuff. But the reason I asked that question is because I didn't know, because we live on the YouTube or online world, and it seems like online these dudes be like dick riding Eddie Hearn, and like it's like he can't do anything wrong. So I just always thought like it was like peculiar that he would get that reception live.
But that's the reason why, and that's the reason why Laws answered that thing like that. It's like he said he don't know, because when you think about it though, a whole group of crowd could have been booing Eddie Hearn for a reason. But the thing about it is, Matchroom Boxing has always been flipping the narrative into their favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that we always, all these promoters do that. It's not just Eddie Hearn that do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of promoters do that. But the thing about it is that when we look at Edward Hearn, for some odd reason, for real, it's his name. It's Laws. That's his name.
I just love how you call him Edward, because everyone calls him Eddie.
Yeah, I'm calling him Edward. I don't know him. We ain't friends. Your name is Edward. Eddie is a nickname. I don't know you. You a sucker to me. I mean, because let's look. We know where Bob Arum stands, right? We know where all these other heavy hitter promoters stand. The only two cutthroat manipulators that we know is Golden Utensil Promotions and Matchroom Boxing. That for some odd reason, Bob would get a pass every now and again. Frank is kind of like,
I don't know why.
When we hear about Frank, we kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying? When we hear about Edward, we like wait a minute. Wait a minute, we gotta trust but verify the information, and then we don't even if what Edward Hearn is saying is true and stuff like that, we still don't want to take it. You know what I'm saying, for his worth, because then when we say this is true, and then he says something else, and then we got to justify why we don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just
but when Eddie Hearn talks though, we're all from the hood. Like we've talked to people like that thousands of times. So it's not like like that whole like running game and like hitting me with a smile. Like I'll look at you with a
alpha player. Hey, alpha player. Hey, like this right here. Hey, man, can you take me down the street? Can you drive me down the street?
Let me hold your phone.
And that shit all the way in New Jersey.
You know what, man? Do you know who Frank Warren reminds me of? Fucking hell, what's he called? The old cunt from America. Fucking Bob Arum.
Yeah. Bob Arum, what MJ was saying too, man, like that Bob Arum does get a pass, man. Bob Arum does get a legit pass, because to me, like Eddie Hearn is less snaky than Bob Arum in most instances. Bob Arum's always been a scumbag. I never liked Bob Arum.
Like
Bob Arum.
That last shit that Bob Arum, a dead person warmed up. Yeah. Will Magic Man must have warmed. Damn, he probably lit already. It's Friday, and I know he feeling X-rated. I'm joking. Hey, but Eddie ain't never been honest and said some shit like, "Yeah, I stopped that fight from happening." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Never will, Mike.
He was like, "I stopped that fight from happening." You know what I'm saying? And But that's what I'll be saying to these guys. Like, I can respect somebody more for saying I don't want to fight him because of X, and be real with it. Just be real with it.
Definitely.
I don't want to hear you just saying this guy's ducking, 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 and then you avoid a few fighters and don't say nothing.
Yeah, or this guy's greedy, that guy's greedy, that guy, this guy's jealous, that guy's jealous.
Yeah.
If they would have came out from Rip, even with the 3 championships, like if they would have came out from Rip and said, listen, like, we want that fight to be like the biggest it could be, like down the line, and we don't want to fight Wilder at this moment, or we want to build up more collateral, like, so when we hit the negotiating table in 2019 or 2020, we get more of a line share from Rip Street. I mean, like they would have taken some criticism, no doubt, but the whole, like, every 2 days, like coming out with a new lie, like,
and man, that's it. Hell, foul player, isn't he, with him, bro?
Yeah.
It's every 2 days, it's a new lie, isn't he, bro?
Nah,
and then he goes on and on and on, and like it's like people don't contend any of these notions, like, that he's thrown out, man, which changed, like, with
you can't even keep up with him. What you mean?
Yeah, for real, Mike.
Like, how hard it is, bro. Like, I
can keep up with him.
I don't have the best memory in the world. Up with him. No, I don't have the best memory. I got to look it up. I got to like jog my memory before I come on, or have the articles up and jog my memory a bit, because, like, a lot of fans out there of Edward Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, and of Anthony Joshua.
Bootlicking Johnson. Yeah. When you say that, that's fucking ace.
They forgot that Edward Hearn tried to negotiate with Deontay Wilder, but they met twice on two different separate occasions, and only brought up Dillian Whyte. Everybody keep forgetting to bring up this stuff, like, and now you wonder why people don't want to talk to you. You wonder why people don't want to answer the emails, because they don't want to waste that energy on your ass. There's a lot of stuff that's hard to keep up on, man. And then it's hard to find the articles back, and then
yeah, for real, bro. Yeah, for real. You do, Mike. Even I don't mean to butt in, brother. Sorry.
Thank you, love.
But like you were just saying, then, like, it's hard to find articles, and it is, Mike, isn't it? Even just saying, like, you got a YouTube channel. Just to push a video out, mate, can take you fucking half an hour to an hour to find the article, upload it, edit it, and put it together.
Yeah,
and
like I could find the Charles Martin articles because ain't that much with them. But when I'm trying to find, like, the Deontay Wilder and the AJ ones and the Tyson Fury ones, man, there's a lot of sifting you got to do. Because I remember reading the article that said that Charles Martin's team wanted to fight Deontay Wilder, but they said that, well, Deontay Wilder has a mandatory, so that's not viable, so we're going to go up over there and fight AJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so the list goes on and on. You know what I'm talking about. Like there's reasonings why behind Deontay Wilder ain't got a chance at unifying. There's reasons behind why Anthony Joshua had his chances at. And then another thing with that is that, you're not going to be blessed all the time. You're not going to get blessed all the time. But the thing about it is that, when you are blessed to be in a position that Anthony Joshua is, and you don't be humble about it and take advantage of it to the fullest extent of it, you know what I'm saying? It's you're doing yourself an injustice.
Justice, yes, yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because you can have these 3 belts, and you can have all these accolades and everything like that. You could be known.
This is real talk, Mike.
You could be the biggest known UK boxer, UK movie star, but you never go back to Nigeria and do nothing for your people.
Yeah, real talk, Mike.
But you on top right now, and you don't. And I haven't seen. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I haven't seen one article with Anthony Joshua talking about Nigeria.
Yeah.
Never.
For real.
I never
For real,
seen
bro. For
I
real,
never
bro.
seen one article when
Yeah.
when Anthony Joshua was adamant about having I don't care, fighting a bum, fighting somebody from Nigeria in Nigeria, somebody for free, for little to nothing, something to do with his people. The money go to charity,
Yeah.
to the school,
Put nothing back in there.
something.
And do you know what, Mike?
This dude.
Now you just said that. Go on, bro. So,
make me lose because I'm saying all these things is that because everybody want to say that his accomplishments. He did this in 17. He did this in 20. He make X and blah blah woo woo woo.
Yeah.
You have everything that you ever wanted off the backs of people that paid money to see you fight. Paid money to see you fight, and some of those cats look just like you. You got a whole fucking Justice League in Nigeria. Like if you go on, it's called Naira something. Naira, it's a forum. It's called Naira something. It's a forum that you type in Nigeria forum. It's called Naira something. You like go on there and type in Anthony Joshua. You got a whole country that's willing. Or even if they're not willing, you got at least about 45% of them willing to rock behind you. Yeah. And you won't do nothing about it. That's crazy.
That's what I mean, Mikey.
And the reason why I'm saying that's crazy is because that is the exact reason why in America we're starting to see a lot of Nigerian movie stars in our movies, and a lot of black UK thespians in our movies, because these black folks over here, we not looked as the same as y'all. We don't act as the same as y'all. We not confrontational as y'all. We want what we want, and we make it be realized. When we feel uncomfortable, we make sure that people understand that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Some of us willing to lay down and stuff like that. A lot of us are not. We outspoken people. We're willing to do things for our people. We're willing to do things for our country. You know, I'm from the United States.
Well,
my
that's what I mean, man. There's no one over here. What does that? Oh, shitbags over here, mate. You know, totally going off the subject, but just quickly. You know, when I text you today about that guy, Tommy Robinson, you put that video up about a Pakistani fucking shopkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not trying.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Player, you see that shit?
I've seen that, brother.
Oh, he's trying to. Yeah, that mother, man. I went to, and my whole thing is kind of like I couldn't go in that store if I was that dude's father. If I was that girl's father, I couldn't go in there. I would have just called
the guy that ran up on him was a pussy too, though.
Oh, he was.
Yo, come on. That would have been my sister or your sister, bro. Like fucking and some dude.
I couldn't go in there. I couldn't have done it.
Blown his head off me.
Yeah,
I walked in with a shotgun and blew his fucking head clean off.
I would have went to jail, and the whole thing about it is, in their culture, they would have been fine with it.
Yeah, listen, if Will Magic Man's still in here, I hope he is. Mike, I follow a guy. This is a guy who I told you, right? Tommy Robinson. Will might not see my point of view, what I see with him. Over here, right, Mike, we have a fucking serious problem with Pakistani rapists, mate. And that sounds racist, me saying that. What I mean by we have a serious problem over in the UK with what we call grooming gangs. And what they're doing is it's Pakistani people who are luring young girls who are from like broken homes, in homes, vulnerable young girls. They're luring them, getting them drunk, giving them drugs, smack. What we call smack over here is called heroin, cocaine, crack cocaine.
Nobody uses that word.
And they're raping them. There's Mike, you're a clever man, and I know you're a clever man. This is the reason why I told you about this. See, Will's put their rape gangs there getting away with. Will, please explain to Michael what I'm trying to say. There's a British guy over here, right?
Well, look, Laws.
Yeah.
We have a lot of we have that same problem over here.
Yeah, it's bad over here though, brother.
In the United States,
it's all covered up. It's all covered up over here.
And what we call that is turning them out, and that's what they do. They turn these kids out, and you know, like you can ask L-File player. Every time we get on, damn near every time we get on Facebook, there's a missing kid.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna talk about though. Like as far like because I don't want people to mistake like as far as turning them out.
Hold on. So last year in America, there was 424,000 missing children. That's damn near 500,000.
Yeah, but
there's probably more than that though.
That's disgusting, MJ. That brother.
Here, actually, I'm gonna put it so y'all can see it later. I'm gonna put it in the thing. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Y'all can chop it up.
Yeah.
Not because go ahead, go on,
bro. No, just quickly.
What I was gonna say was, go.
No, go on, bro, because yours already started. Go on.
No,
quickly. What you were doing?
When I used to live, I always lived in the same neighborhood in Brooklyn. It was called Sunset Park. But one part of that neighborhood is like by the water, and it's like an industrial area. And not that many people live there. But I used to live like in that area with my father, just by ourselves. So one day, I think I was at a party or something. It was like 4 a.m, and there was like an auto body, like an auto shop, and I went to take a piss like at their doorway. So as I was pissing, and I was probably like 15 at that time too. I remember I had like blood on my shirt. Like I had gotten into a little scrap like earlier, like at that party. I was drunk. But when I was taking a leak, I was like, trying to put my shit back together, like zippering up. And I remember this van pulled up. And they pulled up like probably like 15 doors down from where I was at. So they really couldn't see me. And I was like kind of like in a nook, like in a doorway. Like pissing. So I was watching them because they like kind of like pulled up and like one of them like hopped out and like opened like a sliding door to the van. And literally I see like 15 like Mexican chicks like come out of the van, and they're going into like an auto shop. And those auto shops, they're not like, insulated or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they like it didn't have like a door, like a regular door. It just had like one of those roll-up gates.
Yeah.
So I remember like they're like it's like one guy like driving and like one guy like kind of like
moving the herd,
steering them into like the auto shop. And when they were done, it was like 15 chicks. They fucking closed the gate. They broke out, bro. So they couldn't like go anywhere. And like since that day, bro, like for some reason, man, like that kind of shit, it just fucking irks me, bro. Like And the thing is that stuff happens a lot, like
man,
and we don't even know about it.
Yeah, motherfuckers need to be getting their ass beat.
I'll foul play, right? I'm gonna tell you something now, right?
Hey, how about we do this, man? We could do next Monday. I think I'm off because I think that's President's Day, right?
Yeah, I'm at work, but when I get home from work, I'll mix it up with you, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we gotta give this topic like 3 hours, bro.
Yeah, I think what we could do is we could all each pull up maybe a couple of articles, maybe some statistics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and we can chop this down, man, because I think that is a very important thing that needs to be talked about.
Yes, sir.
Because in America and all these countries around here, it seems like they always want to go after these rich cats that are expendable to them and stuff like that. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. They want to they want to try to put them in jail, make TV shows out of the ass, but won't make a TV show about the Catholic Church. Won't make a TV show about all these kids coming up missing, getting ran through, get needles put in their arm unwillingly, and all this stuff. These child predators, and basically, child predators out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just sick.
Mike, you know what? Just let me say this very quickly. I know I keep hogging the mic, bro.
No, I don't care, man.
Rob
Y'all,
Sportsman Lee has put a fucking fantastic fucking comment.
Well, hold up.
Guys.
Hold up. I'm gonna tell you this. It ain't just them. It ain't just
I know.
Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon.
I know.
I'm telling you this right now.
I know that, bro.
Okay.
I know that, bro. But the reason why I've said Rob Sportsman Lee has put a great factor is because of definitely Iraq and Syria and Lebanon over the civil wars and the ISIS and all that shit. Europe took in shitloads of fucking Germany, man. That Merkel took over 1 million refugees, Syrian and Iraqis. Fuck me, man. When she took them in, right, there was over 600, 1 million what were reported when they first came into the country, and there was only 600,000 of them. They were on like tags. They came into the country, and after a month being in the country, they were to report to police stations, polling stations. Only 600,000 of them reported back. So that leaves 400,000 of them what disappeared in that country. And what I'm trying to say to you, bro, this is why we need, like you've just said, we need to address this on a different day, a different topic.
I mean, but you got to think about over here.
9 out of 10 of them, mate, came to the UK.
No, I know, but you got to think about this, man. We've been allowing these cats up over here for fucking decades before I was even born.
Yeah, but you're getting the backlash now. What we've already had.
No, we're not getting the backlash.
You are, bro.
A backlash from what?
Listen, go on to Tommy Robinson. Go to Tommy Robinson, right? No, just let me finish. Just let me finish.
Answer my question. Backlash from what? Just answer the question. Don't tell me to go somewhere.
Backlash from what? The backlash from these fucking foreign rapists.
It's not
spreading to America now.
Before, because that's we'll be going off like on another thing. But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Lowe's, as far as like the cultural differences and like what these cats might find acceptable, wherever they're from. There is a problem of that everywhere where there's outsiders, and it's not. I'm not trying to rationalize it. But also, what I think we should talk about when we do parlay the next time is like as far as like that being a humongous problem that motherfuckers don't address enough. Because to me, that's the biggest problem in the world.
Yeah.
If there's one kid out there getting fucked with, like to me, that takes precedence over fucking nuclear shit. Like to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you have a lot of cats like here in our communities, and I'm not saying like Arab or none of that shit. I'm talking about Black and Spanish communities. You know that their uncles play themselves like with little kids, and then these motherfuckers be hopping right around, coming back like a couple months later and like to the family party and shit, and and everybody in the family knows too, which they have that everywhere though, man. Because there's a lot of hoes that I've dealt with in my life and 80% of them like tell me, oh, like this person like fucked with me back in the day, or an uncle, a cousin. So I mean, like that's a humongous problem.
Yeah, Alpha player. Right, quickly, I'm gonna fucking move off to go for a fag, but I'm just gonna. Well, Magic Man's in here. He's from Wales, UK. Yeah, right. You Google this, right? Write it down. Google this. Rotherham scandal attack, right? And what that is, the Rotherham scandal attack is. There was a gang of Pakistanis in Rotherham, right? Because Rotherham is a place in Yorkshire, but it's home to a Pakistani community, right? They were raping fucking children for years, right?
No,
the police. Just let me finish.
No, go ahead.
The police knew about it. The fucking Labour Council knew about it. And they did fuck all about it. The BBC, right, which stands for British Broadcasting Commercials or whatever, it's a television thing over it. They knew about it, right? it's all politics with the government. It was covered up. And Tommy Robinson, he didn't uncover it. Somebody uncovered it. Even social services knew about it. About these girls, these white British girls who had been getting raped for years.
That was saying. That's what I was saying, Laws. That's why I was saying, like, when we talk about it later, like, that's why I want to do it Monday.
Yeah, man.
We need to pull up the articles and talk about it, so we can pull them up, so we can also link those articles in the description. You know what I'm saying, or in chats and stuff like that, so people can follow along. You know, because I just don't want to, like, it has to be done in the midst. But I really don't want to, like, because sometimes it don't look good when you just, go after one group of people. It just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want our videos that, like, on that subject. My bad. I was eating, but I don't want our videos on that subject to be taken down because, like, they'll try to, like, label us as fucking.
Yeah, well, I'm not, because that's what I mean. I'm not racist. I don't own.
I know that, bro. Like, you're black.
Man, you cut that shit out, man. We already know that.
Black people can't be racist, bro.
Yeah. No. I mean, like how Mike was just saying against going along against one clan. I hope this doesn't come across that I'm going against one clan. I'm saying over here in the UK, we have a serious problem with Pakistan grooming gangs.
It happens.
Yeah, no, but
I just want to make sure that we keeping it, only, keeping it fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to make sure we do that because, like L5 Player said, man, for some odd reason, man, YouTube be acting funny and they be doing all kind of shit. And, I just don't want to say that, these Iraqis and stuff, they just doing that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Even though I did see that stuff in Iraq too.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I've been to Iraq twice, but we don't want
to.
You in the
Navy,
military?
weren't you?
I tell you later.
Mike was in the Navy, wasn't you?
I tell y'all later. But I do want to bring awareness with this whole this child shit, man. Because it's an epidemic that like Law said that for some odd reason you can go out there and you could be rich and you could rape you a few people, and then if you ain't down with everybody, they'll send your ass to jail. But if you were a whole group of people and y'all click and y'all got money and y'all got interest in the government, nobody want to touch you for some odd reason.
Yeah,
that's
what they do over here, bro.
They do that shit over here too.
But if you look at the people, MJ, if you look at the people that get, like, knocked for getting caught, like, messing with kids across the board, even if they're not associated with anybody, or they don't get, like, sentences like that are, like, that stiff, bro. Like, and they don't really be going after them, like, with that much fervor. But another thing too, like, because I'm trying to put this, like, to where I don't, like, fucking say nothing stupid, but all right, I'll put it like that. The most salacious scandal of that stuff happening, like, as far as with kids, like, here in America, in the last, like, 5 years, like, the worst one, but it's not like the one that's most known, because the one that's most known would be like R. Kelly or whatever. But, like, the one that's, like, where the most kids were, like, affected and whatnot, like, I happen to have, like, firsthand knowledge of that stuff. Not that fucking anybody tries some shit with me, bro. Like, fucking, cause but I have firsthand knowledge as far as, like, people that were affected by that firsthand, because it was, like, one individual, and I'm not gonna say who it is, like, because I don't
man, you on my channel, man. Who the fuck is it?
I'm gonna send you a message on Google Hangouts. I send it to you too, Lowe's, but don't mention it, like, in the next video. Yeah,
I don't mention nothing in videos.
No, but if you Google it, anybody who's listening now, like, you could Google, like, celebrities, like, that played themselves, like, from New York, in the last, like, couple years that got caught, like, for doing that, or, like, that were getting accused for doing that, or the one that's been, like, not the one that's most popularized, but the one that is being accused by the most people.
Is R. Kelly from New York?
No.
Oh,
I'll tell you. No, like I said, it's not the most popular one because R. Kelly could have done what he's done. Like R. Kelly's doing what he's doing, or R. Kelly could have done what he's done, but um so you know I'm not gonna say that because like R. Kelly like did get like accused of like messing with some
Yeah,
young chicks.
it was the court. Yep.
Yeah, but a lot of like R. Kelly stuff now, and I'm not defending him because he's a scumbag, but a lot of that stuff that he's being accused of, like it's more like now that it's a cult and all this stuff.
My,
If it's
my,
a cult with girls that are above 18, I could care less. Do what you do.
my
You
wife,
know,
my wife watched that thing, and she was like, "Something don't seem right."
it
And
doesn't seem right.
my old lady from Nigeria, she was like, "You know what they say in Nigeria? The first thing they say, what the fuck was you doing alone in some other dude's house?"
And some of those girls' parents sent them off like with him, bro. Like, come on, like that. No, I'm not defending him, bro. Fuck R. Kelly. Like,
No,
even though
I'm not defending it too, but I'm just kind of like, when you think about it, somebody was in on this shit. It wasn't
yeah,
just,
but you know what that is, MJ though. You know what that is because there's people out here like in this country and in England too, man. Like, because there was that TV host with like those bulging eyes that was getting accused of that stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Lowe's? Lowe's? There's like a British like TV personality that died like a few years ago that he was getting accused of like pedophilia like for years, and they never really took it there with him. But I know he had like these bulging eyes, like um, and I actually seen a video like of him, like a clip of his show, and like he actually like touched a little girl, like a cancer patient or something like that, like but you kind of see it like he was like being a creep, but
damn.
yeah. No, but what do you call it? What that stuff with R. Kelly like happening now, man? Like what that is that there's a lot of people that are getting knocked for messing with kids and for like being like big time rapists, and that's kind of like getting brushed under the rug. And now it's like R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly document. Like so that like to me that's why I don't like. Pardon me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because that other dude, the filmmaker that got knocked doing that, which there's actually video of him like molesting a chick too. That filmmaker, what's his name? The fat guy, or that film producer?
About the one that they
Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein.
What? They got a video
No,
of somebody?
yeah, look it up, bro. Like he had some girl in his hotel.
Yeah, he did. He did have foul play. You're right there.
Yeah,
I seen that.
I thought he just got to where I thought he was just I thought the last straw was him begging for the pussy, begging the chick to come up to his hotel room.
No, there was a chick in his hotel room, like, and she was recording on her laptop, and he's like,
that chick, that ain't rape. How you rape? That ain't rape.
No, it's not. But like, they actually have like video evidence of him like doing something that he's accused of, but they ain't mentioning Harvey Weinstein. Like they said, Harvey, he was in the Sundance Movie Festival a couple weeks ago, like last week, like out there like scouting for like new movies. So he's reappearing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna brush that under the rug and like give you R. Kelly like as the topic. You know what I'm saying? Like even though he was.
Well, they're going after Mike too. They made a thing about Mike too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mike.
But that to me, that's what that is. Like they're just putting like these dudes that are like. I like that we gotta have a longer conversation about that, man, because I have a lot to say.
Yeah, but I gotta go, guys, man.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I need to go outside and smoke a cigarette.
Stop smoking, bro.
I might get on some Call of Duty. Yeah, I gotta get some to eat too, man. I had two. I should never did it, but I had 2 hamburgers from McDonald's, and my guts are hurting. Hold up. Before we go though, Will Magic Man got a joke. He says, "Quick joke for you laws, pimping. A man walked into a shoe shop and bought himself a pair of tortoise shell shoes.
Tortoise
shell shoes, and it took him 4 hours to walk back out. Laugh out loud.
Well played, Will. Well played.
Yeah, well played. All right, hey man, what up?
Nah. I was just say good. Have a good night and have a good weekend to y'all, man. Like everybody.
Oh, sorry, I just come back on.
Well, Will Magic Man, you got to come back. You got to come back with another joke when we come back live, man. Let's see what you really got.
Joke for you, Loz. I walked into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shoe shop, brought a pair of what's he put? Shoes. To That's British fucking comedy for you.
I gotta go, man.
Go on, bro. Yeah, man.
I gotta eat.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
A pleasure.
Have a good weekend, boys.
I see
and
y'all
everybody in the chat who listened too, man. Peace to the whole chat.
I'm gonna go live for me if anyone wants to join me.
Yeah, I mean, I look. I just gotta take his shit and get something to eat, smoke a cigarette. If you go live,
nah, I gotta take a nap before I go to bed.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. You gotta take naps.
I mean, before I go to work.
I know what you meant.
Go on live later, man. Like I'll be on like in 2 hours though, if you're still on.
Oh man, I gotta get up at 5.
I gotta get up at 10.
No, I gotta get up at 4.
Nah, but I gotta break out though, man. So I, like gents, like I'll hop on like once if I see y'all on later on though.
Yeah. Hey, Law, just go ahead and go live, man.
Have a good night, man.
And I'll be on with you in like 15, man. 15, 20.
All right, I'll go live then.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Nice seeing
See
y'all.
you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
In a bit. Bye.